Hello, week 3 of my 10-week power building program. Feeling good today. Starting off with squats. The last 2 weeks I have just been hitting 60 kilos consecutively, and because I'm feeling quite good today, hopefully I'm going to be able to up it just a little bit, just so I can feel that progression. I'm a big advocate for listening to the body and understanding how I want to progress. Just because it's my 3rd week, just because I've done 60 kilos consecutively for my squats, doesn't mean that I'm going to be ready to hit a heavier weight, because it's so much about feeling, it's so much about your intention and how you want to show up and what's really going to support you in that session. So because I am feeling good, I am going to up it. Alright, with my first 3 sets, I hit 65. There was a lot more of a grind there, it felt really good, I'm going to drop it back down to 60 for my last 2 sets. Just because I could stay at 65 and take longer breaks, but I also want to have my training session done within just over an hour. So I just balance between strength and endurance. So dropping the weight a little bit allows me to keep the breaks still smaller, but I'm still grinding and pushing, so it is strength building because I am pushing heavier weight. So you just find that little balance. I really like that. So I'm going to give 60 kilos for the next 2 sets, see how I go. Hope my little legs will stay with me. I've only just started, so they better. Yeah, made it. Feel really good. Awesome progression. It was a bit of a grind there at the end for those last 2 sets at 60 kilos, but glad I stuck with it and I chose to do that. That's the reason why we put these big lifts at the start of our workouts. Get deadlifts, squats, bench press, overhead press, and barbell row, because that's where you have to harness the most, oomph. And getting it done at the start is where ideally you do have the most oomph to give. Because I progress with that, my legs are a bit blur already. So for my next elevated hip thrusts, probably going to keep that at 30 kilos, which I have been doing for the last 2 weeks, which is fine, I'm happy with. Because the main focus is the big lifts. It's going to be all about contraction, really just trying to feel a bit more of a burn, maybe a cramp in my butt or something, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Alright, definitely got a cramp in the butt. That's when you know that you're contracting well. It actually is quite a good indication that you're squeezing the muscles properly. It also could mean that you are low in magnesium as well, but only if you're low in magnesium and you're not contracting the muscle that you want to contract. That's when you know it's that one. But yes, I am not low in magnesium, and I'm contracting my glutes, and that's where it's cramping. That's what's supposed to happen. And so when it comes to contracting your muscles, it's really good to be able to focus on that because it cultivates a strong mind-muscle connection. It's a good thing to consider prioritizing. Next up, I have stiff leg deadlifts. Let's see what weight I can do. Hopefully I can up it just a little bit than I have been doing. Woo, yes, feeling great. I have progressed with weight on my squats. I left my elevated hip thrusters at the weight they were at and just focused on contracting. They bloody hit me good, so I'm glad I did that, kept them where they were. But then I just progressed with my stiff leg deadlift, went up a little bit there with the weight, still felt awesome, nice and controlled. Yeah, bod's feeling good. Yes. My next exercise is laying leg curls. If you have been following along this is a new exercise for me. I hadn't done it until I made myself this program. But I go in to explain that when we do hamstring exercises, that it's really important to keep the weight on the lighter side, especially when you first start off. You might feel like you're moving a heavy weight because of where the hamstring is situated. The glute can take over quite easily. So keeping the weight relatively low and focusing on your hamstring doing the work is super important. Then after that mind-muscle connection starts really setting in and you can really feel that you're working the hamstring, then we worry about upping the weight. Alright, last week I asked you to guess how many hanging leg raises I could do. I did about 20, few of them there were a bit dodgy. Let's try it out again. Let's see if I can at least hit a good 20. Maybe I can hit some more. I'm feeling a lot more motivated than I was last week. When I did it, I had quite low energy. So yeah, before you watch, chuck in the comments below, see how many I can do. I've got 2 sets, okay? As many reps as I can in 2 sets. I only have maybe about a minute break between the sets, so if that helps figure out how many you'll guess, then yeah, let's see. Yeah, that was a good 21, and that was a good 21. Last one was a bit of a but I'm counting it. I'm counting it. It was 21. Feel good. Excellent. I am done for this session. Thanks for sticking around. It's a good start to week 3, but as the previous weeks have shown, you know, life happens, motivation, energy, ebbs and flows, and you just got to roll with it. So took advantage of having good energy today, progressed really well. I'm happy about it. Making sure that I'm writing down my mood before and after gives me a good reference point of knowing, you know, why those weights were the way they were and etc. But cool. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow.